Now I'm going to start with the periodic environmental report, It's Easy Being Green. Maybe you've heard people throwing around the term invasive plant lately, native plants. The word invasive seems to be pretty straightforward, implying that the plant is growing rapidly in areas where it shouldn't, that it's invading new areas. And the definition is right along those lines. An invasive plant is a non-native plant that causes ecological or economic harm, particularly because of its aggressiveness. Because invasives are not native, when they start growing in an area, they don't have the normal ecological checks and balances that they evolved with, which means that it's easy for them to get out of hand. Sometimes they were originally planted for well-intentioned reasons. English ivy, for example, was originally brought over from Europe and has been planted widely as a ground cover, but again has gotten out of hand, invading many of our local parks from people's backyards. Along with other invasive vines, English ivy can strangle and kill even mature trees, which is a really terrible sight to see if you've ever seen it. Invasive plants often crowd out all other plants, creating biodiversity deserts. When you enter an area dominated by these invasives, you'll see nothing but the same handful of overly aggressive non-native plants like porcelainberry, mile-a-minute weed, or Japanese stiltgrass. How can you help turn the tide in your own yard? One way to help is by planting native plants. Native plants are not only beautiful, they also have great habitat value. The migratory birds and critters that they've co-evolved with depend on them for food during certain times of the year, so you're helping them out as well. There are a number of native plant sales happening right now. On Saturday, September 25th, the Long Branch Nature Center has a native plant sale from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. Also that Saturday, the 25th, the Park Fairfax native plant sale will be from 9 in the morning until 2 p.m. just on the border between Arlington and Alexandria. And if you don't make it to either of those two, sometimes Long Branch will sell any leftover plants during their regular Nature Center hours after the sale. And on Saturday, October 2nd, from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., the Virginia Native Plant Society will have their annual sale at Green Spring Gardens Park. So go check out those great events and invite some native plants into your garden this fall. And remember, as always, it is easy being green. Back to you, Craig.
All right, thanks, Lily. And I have a question for you. Maybe we can do this next time about kudzu. Do you know what kudzu is?
Oh, kudzu is the classic invasive plant.
All right, hold that thought. We'll talk about
we can talk about it some other time.
We'll talk about kudzu next time.